Clunes. No sense of loss. They're troubled, yet they don't seem to care about him.
One of them might care even less than the others, sir.
Well, what time's the press conference then? Well, he's not even here yet. Anyone know when the inspector's coming? Well, I've got a deadline. Can't wait here all day. Oh, no, there he is, there he is.
That's all right. What's this?
What's the notice about the annual station fair?
Yes, I know that. I mean this. All senior officers are expected to attend.
That was Superintendent Holdsby's idea, sir. We've got the Deputy Chief Constable for the opening ceremony, and the Superintendent wants a good turnout.
Does he?
Something wrong?
Yes. When is Strange due back?
Got another 2 weeks in Bangkok, sir.
What's a man of his age doing in a place like that?
I don't know. Oh, Superintendent Holdsby wants to see us.
Best not keep him waiting, then.
Statistics show that most murders tend to be family affairs. You saying that's what happened here?
We're saying it might have been the case.
You want to search the house?
That would be premature, sir. We're only considering the possibilities at the moment. Perhaps someone did manage to get into the house. We don't know.
Good. Good. Would you excuse us, Sergeant?
Of course, sir.
You ever thought of promotion, Morse? To this chair, this office, Chief Superintendent?
I'm happy enough doing what I do.
Really? Well, I have ambition, Morse. I see no point in disguising the fact. For maybe 5 years, who knows?
Yes, sir.
This case, it'll raise both of our profiles. We'll come under the microscope. I want us to shine, Morse.
I'll do my best, sir.
You'll be impeccable, Chief Inspector. If it was one of the sons, we'll have him. The law doesn't recognize social status.
No, sir.
On the other hand, these are prominent people. They must be treated with tact and courtesy. We make no move till we're sure of our ground. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
I've arranged a press conference for 10:15. I understand some of the television people will be carrying it live, so I want us to look and sound positive. The investigation's still at a preliminary stage, but we're confident of a successful outcome, you know, that sort of thing.
Chief Superintendent Strange only meets the press when we have something to say.
Chief Superintendent Strange is on leave, Morse. I'm in charge. And as the investigating officer, I want you there.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a suspect, Chief Inspector?
No. I would remind you that the inquiry is only hours old.
Well, you must be pretty anxious to get some kind of a lead or a clue. Sir John Balcombe was a very prominent man.
A man has been murdered. It should be a matter of urgency to everyone that his killer is caught. I don't quite see what the victim's social standing has to do with this, or am I missing your point?
No, I don't think that man cares for us, Charlie.
Was it a brutal murder, Chief Inspector?
All murders are brutal, madam.
Could you give us some details, Chief Inspector? My readers will be outraged at the lack of information that's been given out.
What did he call this slag? He called her
No
madam.
better to ask that. Besides, your reader's outrage I can understand, but a salacious interest in the details is quite another thing. Are you saying that is what interests them?
No.
What should we tell our readers, Chief Inspector?
That the police are doing everything possible to find whoever's responsible for this crime. We're at the preliminary stages of our investigation, but we're confident of a successful outcome.
Can we expect an arrest sooner rather than later, Superintendent?
Morse! Are you cloth-eared or what?
I beg your pardon?
Didn't you hear what I said? We behave correctly, and that includes dealing with the press.
Come on, half of them wouldn't be here if it was some old lady hit on the head in her council flat.
Yes, but they are here, and we need them on our side.
I was courteous and to the point.
You were bloody superior. There are more than just Guardian readers out there, you know.
I'll bear that in mind, sir. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an inquiry to conduct.
Curzon Engineering, sir. No disrespect, but I'd have thought, you know, they'd have used some big city legal firm.
Oh, they do. I'm quite superfluous to the running of the company. I act solely as advisor to Lady Balcom.
How come?
Oh, sentiment mostly. My father acted for her father.
How much of Curzon does she actually own?
Oh, she owns it all. Lock, stock and barrel. Sir John and the boys are paid directors. Salaries linked to company profits.
Oh, I didn't know individuals actually own big companies anymore.
Emily does. Though I sometimes wonder if she even knows it exists. The Balcom family were on their uppers when Sir John was brought into the firm. Emily's father was after the title for her. The icing on the cake. He got more than a son-in-law with a title. He acquired an astute and ruthless businessman. And there weren't many could compete with Johnny Balcom.
Keep your eyes open now. Anything suspicious? No, you're lucky here.
All those men. What's they looking for?
We don't have a murder weapon yet.
Oh, no murder weapon. It's bad enough having to work here without finding them with their heads bashed in. The rooms are freezing, and down here it's just hot all the time.
How long have you worked here?
About a year. Only for the money, such as it is. My real ambition is to be a dancer. Classical, of course. None of your bumping and grinding, if you know what I mean. But you need proper training, and that costs a lot, so here I am.
I'd like you to tell me everything you can about last night.
It was just a small do for Lady Emily's birthday. James had to go at that Rydale bloke. He fancies her ladyship and can't hide it, that's why.
Did everyone stay in the drawing room?
Harry came down here a couple of times. He can't keep his head out of the fridge. And Sir John and the boys went into the study after a while. I heard them rowing, but I don't know what about.
Was that unusual?
No, they're always at it. It's all they're ever at. A couple of big kids, really. I mean, still living at home at their age, still single. It's a bit strange. Though James was married once, but she took off back to America or wherever. Couldn't stand this place, I suppose.
They're here all the time, the boys.
Yeah? It's like each is afraid to leave in case he misses out on something. There was something funny, actually. Lady Emily got upset at James, and that Mrs. Cliff tried to calm her. Everyone you love is here, she said. And Lady Emily said, not everyone.
You don't know what she meant by that.
No. But Sir John wasn't very pleased, I could see that. Can I go now, Chief Inspector? Only, I am a working girl, you know.
Of course. And, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Chief Inspector.
Inspector! We thought you might like to put us in the picture.
about all this. You've certainly got plenty of chaps out here.
Yes, we do seem to be pulling out all the stops on this one.
Oh, does that bother you?
I am constantly asking for more resources, Mr. Balcom. As to what's happening, we are looking for a murder weapon.
Yes, of course. You haven't asked us if my father had any enemies, Chief Inspector. Neither have you told us how the killer may have got into the house.
I assumed you'd tell me if you suspected anyone. As to how the killer got into the house, I don't know at the moment.